Okay, so the flow chart for the 7th question. Write a program that prints sum, average, and quantity of the numbers entered greater than 20. A program will hold if any value less than 0, or you may say a negative value is entered. So how are we going to do it? We just start the program, and just after starting the program, we are initializing the variables. Just hold on, do not copy it down. पहले समझ लो, उसके बाद copy कर लेना. Okay. The first variable that we need to take is num, because it's the variable that will be containing that value that you are going to enter. Pos, I have taken over here as a positive. Now this is the value, or this is the variable that is going to contain the number of the values that are greater than 20. उन values को hold करवाएगा जो 20 से जितनी बड़ी हैं उतने का counter ये चला रहा होगा आपके पास. Sum, because we need to find out the values greater than 20 जितनी भी हैं उन सबका sum निकालना है. So we do have a variable for the sum as well, and similarly we do have an average as well, and the initial value for average is 0. Okay.
So what have you written before sum?
Sorry.
What have you written before sum and after num?
That
POS.
POS, yeah. Okay, now just after that we input the num.
What is?
As soon as we
So what is POS?
It's a positive. That means it is containing the values that are greater than 20. Okay. Now, as the question says that greater than 20, if the value is greater than 20, so what's going to happen? You need to find out the sum, average, and the number of the contents. But if it's less than 0, then the program is gonna get end. Now, what's going to happen for the values that are entered 0 till 19? उनके लिए क्या होगा? They are simply neglected. They are simply neglected. You are not going to count those. So just input num, and it says if num is less than 0. If num is less than 0. Now, for example, for the first time, we just entered the value 15. So 15 is less than 0. Yes or no? No. It says if num is greater than 20. Yes or no? No. So it's going to repeat itself, and it's going to ask the value once again. Now it says, once again it says input num. Now for example, the user just plays the value 25. If num is less than 0, yes or no? No. If num is greater than 20, yes. So sum will be equivalent to sum plus num. So initial value for sum was 0. So 0 plus 25. Now the updated value for sum will be 25. And pos equals to pos plus 1. So initial value for pos was 0. Now the value will be 0 plus 1. And the updated value for pos will be 1. Got this point? Now it's going to repeat itself once again. Now for example, on the third attempt, the user input the value 35. Okay. Now input num. Okay, 35. Is it less than 0? No. Is it greater than 0? Yes. So for yes, sum equals to sum plus num. Now the value, the last updated value for sum was 25. So 25 plus 35 will give you the value for 60. Okay. Pos will be pos plus 1. Now it will be 1 plus 1. It will be 2. Now it says input num once again. Now for example, it just plays the value minus 5. Num less than 0. Yes or no? Yes. Very good. So now it's going to calculate the average. Sum divided by pos. So sum was 60 over, I think so. 60 था हमारे पास sum. 25 plus 35 क्या? The value, the updated value for pos was 2. So the average value is 30. Now 30 will be stored in an average, and when we are going to print, okay, instead of print, you need to write output over here. I mistakenly wrote print over here. Output, sum, average, and pos. So the sum will contain the value 60, average will contain the value 30, and pos will contain the value. How many numbers were there greater than 20? 2. So pos will contain the value 20 over, 2 over here. And finally, it's an AND or XAND. Got this point now? All of you? Just copy this down. Abdurrahman, any questions clear, beta?
No, sir.
Okay, just copy this down and then let me know.
So can you scroll down a little bit more? I can't see below the box.
Okay, done, guys. Copied.
Yes, sir. Copied.
Okay, now the 8th question says write a number that prints sum of 10 even numbers. Program must execute in the reverse order. First of all, write down the question and then I'm going to explain you the scenario. Okay, copy, guys.
No, sir. No. Copied.
Okay, now what you basically need to do, It's something that you need to write up a program that prints sum of the 10 even numbers. Program must execute in the reverse order. Now, what do you mean? Either you are going to start from the 0, or either you are going to start from the 10th even number, that is 18. Starting from 0, the 10th will be 18. कहीं से भी start करो, you will be getting the same value as the sum. Okay? But over here they are saying,
Sir, why only 18? Why only 18?
sorry,
Why the number 18 only?
0 till 18, these are 10 even numbers. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. 18 is a 10th even number, okay?
So
Okay.
20 and what about 22? These number?
I'm saying the first 10 even numbers.
Oh, okay, the first 10 even numbers.
Okay. But it gives you the restriction that you need to execute the program in the reverse order. That means you need to start executing it from 18, then 16, then 14, and so on. So for this one, what you can do, you can take the example of this program that was the program for the sum of first 10 odd numbers. Okay, you may just take the example of this one and see what are the changes in this program that you need to make. यहाँ पे हमने sum की initial value 0 ली हुई है, count initial value is 1. Obviously these things will remain same. Lump के अंदर फर्क आएगा और एक दो जगह पे और फर्क आएगा. Let's see where that difference is going to be. Yeah, just give it a thought. कौन भी कोई कौन? What do you think? How it will be in the reverse order? Come on, give it a thought. Yes, Abdurrahman, can you think over it?
Sir, I'm giving it a try.
You just need to make two changes in this program and the entire program will be executing in the reverse order.
Yes, I got those two changes. I'm showing you in just 2 minutes.
Reverse order over here means कि आपके वो 18 से execution start करेगा. Yes, what are those, Abdurrahman?
I'm sending you in 2 minutes. I'm going to finish it.
They can't remove the count. It's basically the number of times the loop is been executing. It will remain same. We need to execute this program. We also need to execute this program 10 times. There will be no changes in the loop. Okay, let me help you out. Num के अंदर चेंज आएगा और num वाला जो फॉर्मूला लगा हुआ है that is num is equivalent to num plus 2. There will be a minor change in this formula as well. So these are the two things that will be getting changed. Now what is the change?
So, see, so have I done it correct? I've sent it to you on WhatsApp.
Okay, but one is right, the minus 2 and then okay, Abdurrahman, you just made two things right, but you made one thing incorrect. Okay, now what's the 10th, 18th, sorry, 10th even number?
18.
18. So num should be given. The first change that you need to make in this program is regarding. Sorry. Num will be 18, sum will be initially 0 and count will be initially 1. Sum is equivalent to sum plus num and num will be equivalent to num minus 2 because it will be giving you the earliest, or you may say the very earliest number than 18, 16, and then when it's executing again. So 16 minus 2 once again, so that will be 4. But the counter will remain same, that it is less than or equivalent to 10. That means कि आपका execute 10 times ही हो रहा है. So just now copy this down as well.
Okay, sir.
You made a minor mistake in the count.
Yes, I got it. Exactly.
Copy it, guys.
Yes, sir.
For 2 minutes, let other copies as well. Okay, now we're coming to another question. Now the next question says, you need to write up a program that is going to give you this design. You do not need to have anything as an input over here. You just need to print this design over here. Okay. Now, how are you going to do that? First of all, just have a look over here. There will be two loops in order. How those two loops are working basically? These two loops are working in the form of the rows and columns. जब मेरा प्रोग्राम फर्स्ट रो के ऊपर आएगा, so for the first row it is going to have how many columns? 5 columns. But as soon as it is going to come to the next row, it will be containing 4 columns. That means as soon as I am going to increase the number of the rows, the number of the columns are basically decreasing. Is it so? इसमें input कोई चीज नहीं होगी. The reason behind it because it hasn't asked you to have anything from the user. It is simply saying you to just print this design. The design has been provided to you. You just need to print this design. Give it a thought. It's a difficult one. Give it a thought. How are you going to do this? Giving you 10 minutes to solve it out. Sorry. इनको print static ही करा दो. जो stars हैं आपके symbol, you can print those. But how you need to print those? That's something up to you. Sorry? Yeah, obviously. Abdurrahman, are you getting something?
Yes, sir, I'm doing it. I'm going to finish the program. Sir, I've made it. I'm sending it to you on WhatsApp.
You have just sent it to me?
Sir, I've sent it to you.
Row 1 5 correction. Basically, I can help you out that there will be two loops that are being utilized over here, one for the row and one for the column. And the column loop is executing in the reverse order, while the row loop is executing in the proper order. Okay. You need to utilize loops over here. Abdurrahman, you need to print the loops over here. You haven't printed in the format of a loop. You just printed, I think so. You just place up the formula over here, but you need to basically place up the loops over here. Okay. So just give it a thought at your place.
Sir, can you guide me with the loops? I didn't get how I would place the loops over here.
Just give it a thought at your place, and in the next class, you are going to continue from this program. Okay. Just give it a thought, give it an attempt. Or let me just let you know about the initial values for the looping. I have taken two loops, or I am taking two variables over here, one for the row and one for the column. So for the row, I just initialize the value 1, and for the column, I initialize the value 5, because row is 1 and it will be increasing while the column is, let's see, hint diya aapko. So we can continue that in the next class, okay?
Sorry, rules to 5 years.
Sorry?
Sorry, rules. Like rules 5 years.
Loop चलेगा ना आपके पास? Okay? कैसे इंक्रीज होंगी, यही बात तो सोचनी है। यही बात तो सोचना है कैसे होगा ये बात तो यही होनी है, लेकिन होगा कैसे?
सर लेकिन हम लोग अगर हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन से नीचे है तो हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन कम हो रही है और वर्टिकल लाइन से अगर राइट साइड पे है वर्टिकल लाइन भी कम हो रही है।
हॉरिजॉन्टल तो बढ़ रही है ना मेरा बच्चा। 1 2 3 4 5 हॉरिजॉन्टल, वर्टिकल में 5 4 3 2 and 1. Give it a thought. Give it a thought. We will discuss it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. Allah Hafiz.
Okay.
एक